Um, I would like to quickly speak on the death of the Burundi president, whose name goes by Pierre Nkurunziza. I believe most folks in Africa are quite familiar with that name, Pierre Nkurunziza. So we all know this president took power after the civil war ended in 2005, and he was elected twice as the president of Burundi. But eventually, when his term expired in 2015, he refused to cede power, and he ran for the third time against the constitution of the country. He was almost being overthrown while he was attending an East African meeting before he miraculously got back to his country and eventually took over power back again. And since then, he hasn't been able to leave the country. And what happened is funny because he was apparently sick at the same time with the wife. I want to believe that due to lack of proper medical facility in the country, especially during this period of COVID-19, where leaders in most African countries who often run away abroad to treat themselves couldn't do that because everybody is sort of grounded. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. So what happened is funny because the wife traveled to Kenya to receive the treatment while the husband refused to leave the country. And you can understand why he refused to leave the country to seek any medical attention because he doesn't want what happened back in 2015. Because don't forget, I told you, since 2015, he hasn't been out of the country. He doesn't want that situation to repeat itself. And that was why he refused to leave the country. Yet he sent the wife to Kenya to receive medical treatment. Eventually, he died in isolation after 2 days of illness in Burundi. According to some sources, we heard that the wife has quickly returned back to Burundi to see the corpse and to do the necessary things that's needed to be done. The man is only 55 years old, so I won't consider him an old man. He's still young, he should still be alive. Allegedly, people are speculating that he died of COVID-19. We don't know how true that is yet. Probably the autopsy report could reveal that. But as it is, it's still not certain that he died of COVID-19. But if that is the case, it's actually another reality that we need to talk about because don't forget, he and the Tanzanian president didn't, and even till now, do not believe that there is anything called COVID-19. So that is a topic for another day. But then, if he died of coronavirus pandemic, that is another topic on its own because it's quite funny. But anyway, this man died. Before he died, he was to cede power eventually to the president-elect in August. His name is Everest Ndayishime. Burundians, please forgive me. I'm not familiar with some of these names. Well, he was eventually to cede power to Evrastil Ndayishimiye, the president-elect. This was something most people never thought, could happen so soon, because he wants to cede power just after his third term of presidency. And this is somebody, the person he wants to cede power to is actually someone from his party. That is number one clause. And again, people don't consider that election free and fair, because this man was sort of unpicked, to become the president. And there are some controversies surrounding if he is actually the one that should be the president or not. And the death of the current president now would somehow spark again some sort of controversy as to who should be the president of the country. God forbid, we don't want any sort of civil war that ravaged the country in recent years. We are hopeful, and I particularly am hopeful that something like this doesn't repeat itself again. But yeah, the reality is the military is divided, and some of them are supporting a different person to be the president, while some of them are supporting this man, Everesti Ndayishimiye, to be the president. So it's quite controversial, and folks are predicting this might probably lead to another civil war. Like I said, this is not what we want, because just of recent, a civil war just ended, which claims a lot of life. Another thing to point out, which is worth noting, is that the dead president, when he was to run for the third time, lives were lost. About 1,200 lives were estimated to be lost during that event, and another 400,000 people, had to run away from the country due to the same event. And that is worth noting, although some consider this man as God's chosen, God's elect. He is the true leader, that is how people, consider him and rated him. But then, everybody has got his own opinion on the man. And the wife, I forgot to mention her name. Her name is Dennis Bukumi. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. Dennis Bukumi. That is her name. She's presently back to Burundi to do the necessary formalities regarding probably the burial of the husband and things that are needed to be cinched together. So this is the latest development about Burundi. I hope that Africa can actually build a reputable hospital, start investing in things. This man is not supposed to die. That's my point. He is not supposed to die if, on a condition, if there were hospitals, good hospitals, that he could be taken to, if the country were in a stable condition, such that he is not even afraid, to go for medical attention in his own country. Africa, let's invest in our country, let's invest in our economy. Let's stop running abroad for medical assistance. We can do it. The president of Burundi died because he doesn't have adequate health system in his country. A time is going to come where presidents government officials can no longer run abroad to treat themselves. They would be forced to stay in the country where they live. They would no longer be able to run abroad to treat themselves. They will be forced to stay in the country where they govern to treat themselves. They will no longer be able to send their children abroad to school. They will be forced to school their children in the country where they govern. This attitude of us running to the Western world, all because of lack of development in Africa, which they are responsible for, has to stop. It has to stop, and I hope it stops soon. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and if you're an existing subscriber, make sure you watch out for my next video. Thank you.